What's up, guys? Cornchick02 here, and the first ever SmackDown Live is in the books, and the WWE draft has come and gone, and now I guess it's time for me to go over it. But I gotta say, guys, um, the way that it went, I did not expect. Um, but I guess it was decent. It was a decent draft, but honestly, I think there's a lot of things that were just that really hurt SmackDown. And I guess because of how Raw being 3 hours, that the rules had to be the way they were. But at the same time, I don't know, man. I just didn't. Some of those picks I did not really expect uh, to to happen in that way. Um, but overall, though, I gotta say it was a decent draft. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over the entire draft, but I'm not gonna go over every single person that was drafted one by one. I think that's just a waste. And as of this recording, everybody probably basically knows who's on both shows. So I'm just gonna give my overall thoughts on the draft as a whole. Now we know that you had Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan on SmackDown side, and on the Raw side there was Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon. Um, and they basically just made picks kind of like the NFL draft, which was kind of cool. But at the same time, a lot of draft picks in this show did not make a lot of sense. Um, if they were wanting to make it like realistic, kayfabe wise, they just didn't make sense. But I get into that later. So let's just start with the first pick, which was Seth Rollins onto Raw, which we knew that made sense. Stephanie McMahon is a Seth Rollins guy. They made Seth Rollins, so why wouldn't you want their guy on on their brand? So Seth Rollins there, and then obviously uh, SmackDown counteracted with Dean Ambrose, WWE champion. We're having a rematch that night, which was between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, because on Monday Night Raw, as everybody knows, um, there was a draw, so they had a match tonight, which Dean Ambrose won. So it looks like the championship will be on SmackDown as of right now until Battleground, where anything could go down. But this is where it's not fair. Basically, Raw has about gets 3 picks, and SmackDown gets 2. So it seems like every time that SmackDown would get a good pick, that third pick would kill them every single time. Like, I mean, it seems like SmackDown was picking like decent guys, but I mean, Raw had the opportunity to pick uh, some great freaking talent, man. And I was like what the heck is going on? Like, it seems like they were picking Sami Zayn's and Kevin Owens and Cesaro's back to back, where Raw was like picking like Natalia's and Dolph Ziggler's, and I'm like, I mean, I know these guys have to go to the brand, to each brand, but I mean, come on now, I wanted SmackDown to be the workhorse show where you have the really good, how it was back in the day when Paul Heyman was running it. That's what I wanted out of the show. And we're not getting that. I mean, yes, SmackDown, if you look at it from a just a fan's perspective, a casual fan perspective, SmackDown is pretty freaking awesome because they have John Cena and Randy Orton and AJ Styles up there, which is good, you know. And I feel like John Cena and Randy Orton really kind of do need to be on SmackDown to make people want to watch it. Your casual fans. So having them on SmackDown really does help the brand. So I didn't have no problem with them, but Dan Bryan and Shane didn't go for you know, your real wrestlers. You know, I mean, not saying that those guys aren't great wrestlers, and they are, but I shouldn't say great wrestlers. They didn't go for your future talent. Like they didn't go for Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn, or if they were trying to go to, Raw beat them to the punch because they had 3 draft picks every time. So that kind of sucked. Um, but even with that, I gotta say, there's still some good things about that show, and I feel like even though Raw got Finn Balor and all that, uh, SmackDown got a lot of the NXT picks. They got um, they got American Alpha, which is amazing. I love that they got them. They got Carmella, and they got Alexa Bliss. Great picks, great picks. But now that the women are split, this is what I'm talking about, where they didn't explain things right. So basically, okay, Charlotte got drafted to Raw with the championship, and so did Sasha Banks over there, and Nia Jax got drafted too. So what are the SmackDown uh, women's wrestlers going to be doing? They're just going to fight. They keep talking about, oh, they're going to have ultimate opportunities on the SmackDown brand. What kind of opportunities? Are they going to make another title? Or will they be able to go over to Raw and face Charlotte for the champion, or whoever the champion is for the title? Or like, is this going to be like back in the day where the SmackDown divas? What I'm gonna call them divas. SmackDown. I keep calling them freaking divas. Oh my god, get that word out of my head. The SmackDown women's wrestlers. Uh, there was nothing for them to compete for. They just wrestled on the show. That's it. There was no opportunity. Like, so basically, Becky Lynch gets the shaft again. I feel like she's out of all the horsemen, she gets like the worst, treatment out of all of them. So her and Natalia and a Bliss and Carmella and even Marie, I guess, um, won't have anything to go for. I guess so. I'm guessing they're just gonna be wrestling on SmackDown. That's their thing, which sucks. So basically, it gets to a point where basically nobody's gonna really care about the women's wrestling on SmackDown because there's nothing to really go for. And going back to the championships picture at all, right now it seems like Raw is dominant in that too. I mean, they have the U.S. title, Rusev. They're gonna possibly get the WWE championship if Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns walks out with the title. Um, it seems like they said they're going to have a cruiserweight division, and I'm guessing there's going to be a cruiserweight title with that. And then the women's title. So that's four championships against SmackDown's possible one, which will be they have the IC championship for sure, and possibly the WWE championship. But will SmackDown? Another question: uh, Will SmackDown be getting a tag team championship? And will they be getting a women's championship? Right now, it seems like there's literally just two titles on the show, and after Sunday, it can only be one. So they're gonna have to do something with that, or SmackDown's really gonna not be worth watching, in my opinion. I mean, yes, there's guys like AJ Styles and American Alpha and Apollo Crews and so on and so forth up there that you probably want to check out every week. But if there's nothing for them to go for other than the IC title, then what's the purpose? So that's my big thing with that. So they need to hurry up and explain that, and I'm pretty sure they possibly will come SmackDown Live. This is only the first show, so I won't give it that much. I won't talk about it that bad. But yeah, something's definitely has to happen there. But yeah, this, in my opinion, though, guys, this draft just seemed so unbalanced. And kayfabe wise, I mean, you're picking guys like Eva Marie over NXT stars like Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe. I mean, if you had six pick and you could pick anybody off the NXT roster, why would you go with, you know, no offense to Carmella or Alexa Bliss over, Bailey or, a top star like Samoa Joe, even Austin Aries or somebody like that. That just doesn't make sense. I mean, I understand because you just can't cherry pick the hell out of NXT. I understand that from just you know, a mark standpoint. But, I mean, kayfabe wise, it just doesn't make that much sense. Um, and just feel like SmackDown really is looking like the B show, man. Even with AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose, even with Cena and Orton, man. It's just like, yeah, the fight the wrestlers I want to see. I want to see the Cesaros. I want to see um, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor. All those guys are on Raw. Neville. All those guys are on Raw. Plus, you're gonna have the women's division with the title, with my Charlotte's one of my favorite divas. Bailey's probably gonna be up there. Um, you got the Cruiserweight Classic. guys who probably going to make their debut as well and compete for the cruiserweight title. You got the New Day, my favorite tag team, is on freaking Raw, along with Big Cass and Enzo. So it's like, all my favorite guys are on Raw, other than guys like AJ, I guess, AJ and American Alpha, and I still love Randy Orton, he's one of my favorite superstars of all time. But majority of the wrestlers I want to see on a weekly basis are on Monday Night Raw, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but that's just the way I feel. Um, but man, I don't know. Uh, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more even than this, and I kind of thought that SmackDown may get the edge. Shane came back to the company talking about change and giving new people a chance, but then he drafts John Cena and Randy Orton like back to back. Uh, so we'll see though. I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna trash this draft that bad because it wasn't really that bad. I'm still gonna watch SmackDown. There's still people up there I want to see, storylines I want to see. The fact that the brands are separate again, and everybody's not cluttered up, and everybody has basically that really does have opportunity to shine. I like that perspective. So yeah, guys, that was the draft. Tell me in the comments below what you thought of the WWE 2016 draft. Who was your favorite draft picks? Who did you want to see drafted into where? Let me know all that. If you like this video, give it a like. And yeah, guys, I see you down the road. Stay gold.